Assalamualaikum and good morning to Madam Chitra and my friend. So welcome to my digital presentation. My name is Imanina Binti Azrul Adhar and I'm from E20. So today I want to present about the topic that entitled Effective Strategies for Teaching English in Bilingual and Multilingual Early Childhood Education Context. So this presentation is for TASK3 performance for subject PAKK 1182. So let's start. 1, 2, 3. So the first I want to talk about what is bilingualism and multilingualism. According to Diwali 2050, definition of a bilingual individual have gradually become broader, like anyone who has a minimal competence in one of the 4 skills, which is speaking, listening, reading and writing in a language that is not their first language, or anyone who control their 2 or more language qualifies. For multilingualism is the ability to use 2 or more language proficiently. Is a prevalent and dynamical aspect of immigrant population. So this is according to Adhar et al. 2023. So we need to know why bilingualism and multilingualism is important. First of all, bilingualism and multilingualism is important for early childhood education. There are cognitive and mental benefits. So first one is cognitive flexibility. It promotes flexible thinking and better problem-solving abilities as individuals are used to adapting their thinking to different contexts and perspectives. So, definition of cognitive and flexibility is children who speak more than one language can switch between language depend on the situation they face. This helps them become more flexible thinkers and better problem solver. For example, a bilingual child can speak Mandarin at home and always using a Mandarin as daily language for their life and at home, and child use English at the preschool. So during a classroom activity, the teacher asks the child to explain the rules of a game to a new classmate who only use English and understand using English language. So the child can quickly switch from using Mandarin to using English, and also adjust their communication to suit their listener. The one is creativity. Multilingual individual often demonstrate stronger divergent thinking, which is ability to generate diverse and innovative ideas. So for creativity, definition is multilingual children are often better generating many different ideas because they are exposed to different language, cultures, and ways of their thinking. For example, during a storytelling activity, the teacher asks the children to create a story about a lost puppy. So the multilingual child will include the characters from different cultures and use vocabulary from several languages to make the story more imaginative and more unique. So the point 3 is lifelong brain health. Continuous mental activity from managing multiple languages strengthen neural networks, potentially delaying age-related cognitive decline and the onset of dementia. So the second reason why is bilingualism and multilingualism is important: social integration and identity. First point is cultural adaptation. Multilingualism is a gateway to understanding different cultures and expressing cultural values, also navigating social interaction more effectively in new environment. The second point is empathy and open-mindedness. It is positively linked with personality traits such as empathy, tolerance of ambiguity, and open-mindedness. And last point is ethnic identity and family harmony. For immigrant population, maintains a heritage language is essential for a secure ethnic identity and harmonious family relationship. Prevent acculturative distance between parents and children. The third reason why is bilingualism and multilingualism is important is because for educational and intellectual development. So, first point is academic achievement. Bilingual students often perform better in language arts, mathematics, and science.
Wow!
Academic achievement refers to children's performance and such as in learning various subjects such as language, mathematics, and science. Research suggests that bilingual children often perform better academically because learning more than one language can strengthen cognitive skills such as memory, attention, and problem solving. For example, a bilingual preschool child who speaks Malay at home and learn English at school can easily recognize letters, follow classroom instruction, and solve simple counting activities. These language and thinking skills support better performance in subjects such as literacy and mathematics. The second point is metalinguistic awareness. Metalinguistic awareness is the ability to think about and understand how language works. Children become more aware that different languages have a different sound, vocabulary, grammar, and sentence structure. This awareness makes it easier for them to learn additional language. So, for example, a multilingual child knows the same object can different names in different language. For example, in English, people say apple. In Malay, apple, but the spelling is changed. And for Mandarin, they say pingo. That's apple. I'm sorry if I'm spell wrong. So the child will understand that although the words are different, they are refers to the same object. This awareness helps the children learn new language more easily. So the third point is intellectual resources. Intellectual resources refers to the idea that learning multiple languages is more than just a communication skill. It can enhance children's overall intellectual development by improving critical thinking, reasoning, creativity, memory, and engagement in their learning. For example, during a classroom project about transportation, for example, the teacher asked the children to sort picture into categories such as at land, what transportation that usually at land, at air, and water transport. So the multilingual child use English vocabulary while explaining their choices, compares different ideas with a classmate, and actively participate in discussion. Through this process, the child develop both language skills and higher order thinking skills. So, I will talk about the challenges that faced by bilingual and multilingual children. The first challenge is limited English vocabulary. So, children may know only a small number of English words because they always use their first language more frequently at home. Such as they only know a simple sentence in another language, for example, English. They know a little bit in English, but they can talk more effective in their first language, like Malay. The second challenge is language mixing. Children sometimes mix two or more language in one sentence because of their language mixing and code switching. Like, for example, teacher, I want to drink air. I want to drink air. So you can see that there's are two language in one sentence. Teacher, I want to drink in English, but air in Malay. This is normal stage of bilingual children to develop and usually decrease as children to gain more exposure to each language. So the third challenge is lack of confidence. So some children feel shy or afraid or anxiety of making mistake when they want to speak in English. So the last challenges is limited support at home. So some parents may not have ability to speak in English confidently and making it difficult to practice the language outside school. So the parents will using their first language and the language that they use in daily at their home, and it can influence the kids to not have a motivate to learn other language. Let me show you the teaching strategies. So the teachers can use these strategies to improve and enhance children's bilingual and multilingualism learning. So first strategies is storytelling. Storytelling for me is a simple way to use at class. So definition of storytelling is a teacher strategy in which teachers can use story to introduce new vocabulary, sentence structure, and language expression in a meaningful and engaging way. So why this strategy is effective for early childhood education? First of all, it can develop children's listening and speaking skill. Second, it can expand vocabulary and language comprehension. And the third point is it can stimulate imagination and critical thinking, the children imagination and critical thinking. And the fourth point is it can encourage children to have a communication confidently by using another language. So the second strategy is song and chants. Song and chants using rhythm, melody, and repetition to English vocabulary and pronunciation. So why this strategy is effective? It can improve their pronunciation and intonation. Second, it helps children to remember a new word because they used to repeat the same word in the song, like song "Wheel on the Bus." So the lyric said the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. So when this repeat apply in this song, the children will more easier to remember new word like round and round. The third point is create a fun and enjoyable learning environment. So when the song start, the children and teachers can do the movement like open and shut. They can clap their hands. Last point for song and chants is encourage active participation. So all children need to participate in this activity to encourage their learning language. So the third strategies that teachers can use is language games. Language games are more interactive activities that can encourage children to practice English through play. So why this is effective? It can increase motivation to learn, such as when the game start, teachers can give a motivation, and when the ending of the game, teachers can give a reward or praise. The second point is reinforces vocabulary and sentence structure. The third point is promote communication and teamwork. When this language game start, children can collaborate together to thinking and to solve the problem together, but using in English language such as. And the last point is make the learn more enjoyable. The fourth strategy that teachers can use is realia. Realia refers to use of a real-life object in classroom to make the learning more meaningful and concentrate. So, why these strategies is effective? It can connect language with real-life experience, such as teachers can bring the real life reads in the class and show to the children about read that the teachers show. So when the teacher asks about the theme of the topic that they learn about fruit, the teacher will ask what the theme of topic that they learn, like fruit. So the children will answer the theme of the topic that they learn is fruit. When the teacher asks what is this, while the teacher hold the apple, so the children will answer it is an apple. Okay, so it can, like what I said, can connect language with real life experience, and also it's hands-on activity because the children can hold and touch the texture of the fruit. Second point is make abstract vocabulary easier to understand. The third point is enhance children's observation skills, and also like what I said, it support hands-on learning. So this 5 strategy is big book reading. So big book reading, it involves using oversized storybook with a large text and colorful illustration. So all the children can participate to read the book together because the size of the book is big and it can make the children participate to reading book together. So why this is strategy is effective? It can develop early reading and literacy skills together. So when the teachers open the book, the children also can see what the text on the book, like once upon a time. So the children will ask the teacher, what is the meaning once upon a time? So the teacher will translate using another language. The second point is improve vocabulary and comprehension. And the third, encourage interaction between teachers and children. Like what I said, the children will ask the teacher what the meaning of this sentence, like that. And the last point is it can capture children's attention because this book not usually used in their daily life, so when this big book used in class, they will attract to read the text on the book. So the 6 strategies is teachers can apply play based on learning. Play based on learnings can allow children to develop English language skill naturally through the meaningful play experience. So why this strategy is effective? It can encourage natural communication between children and their friends. And one, it can build confidence in speaking English. So when this play based on learning apply, the teachers cannot say the word that they say fault or wrong or right. So they just play along the games. So the children will be more confident to speaking a word by using another language like English. The third point is it can develop social and problem solving skill. This is because they will use critical thinking to solve the problem, to get the answer or to achieve a reward. And the last is support holistic child development. So the 7 is digital learning, wall, Quizzes, Canva, and YouTube. Digital learning integrates technology into teaching to creative, interactive, engaged, and meaningful learning experience. So why this strategy is effective? It is because it can increase children's motivation and engagement. Also, it can provide interactive learning experience and support different learning style. Like using a technology is not usually used in their daily life. So when the teachers apply this digital learning, it can help to have a learning experience that more extraordinary. The last one is it can enhance digital literacy skill. So the 8 strategies is pictures card. Teachers can use pictures card or flashcard. Pictures card and flashcard are visual teaching aids used to introduce and reinforce English vocabulary. So why this is effective? It can improve vocabulary retention, support visual learners, encourage speaking and word recognition, and also it can make learning be more interactive. So effectiveness strategies for teaching English in bilingualism and multilingualism for early childhood education also need assessment in early childhood education. So first of all, teachers can make observation checklist. An observation checklist is a structured tool that used by teacher to record whether a children have demonstrated specific language skill during classroom activities. Instead of testing children formally, like use a paper to test the children, teachers can observe their behavior and tick the skill that they have been achieved. So why this is important is because monitors children's progress over time, identify individual learning needs in this assessment. Also, it can help children to plan appropriate follow-up activities, such as when the children see the potential and achievement result that the children get. Teachers can make a plan to make activities that can improve their learning language, such as. And the last one, it can reduce children's anxiety because assessment occurs naturally during learning. So the second assessment in early childhood education is anecdotal record. Anecdotal record is a briefing written description of a children's significant behavior, communication, or language development observed during everyday classroom activities. Unlike a checklist, it provides detailed information about what the child says and does. Okay, so why this is important? This is because it can capture authentic learning moments, and it also make a document it record a document children's language grow. So day by day, week by week, teachers can see the growth of the language learning children. The third point is it helps teachers understand children's strengths and challenges, and also it can support communication with the parents. So teacher can have a communication with parents what the result achieved that children achieve in the classroom. So the third assessment in early childhood that teachers can apply is oral assessment. So oral assessment can evaluate children's ability to communicate in English through the speaking and listening activities. So the teachers will focus on the communication rather than perfect grammar. So this is important because it can develop children's confidence, and also it can assess pronunciation and vocabulary. So the teacher will not trying to finding the wrong how the children speak in the class. Also, it can encourage spontaneous communication and suitable for young children who cannot read or write fluently. So this assessment is very suitable for children who cannot read or write fluently. So the last assessment from me is informal assessment. Informal assessment take place naturally during children's everyday classroom routine, play, conversation, song, and learning activities. Children often do not realize that they are being assessed. So why this is important? Because it can create a stress-free learning environment. So the children will not scare or have not confidence or lack confidence to use in English language, because they know the teacher is not trying to find they are wrong to speak another language in the class. But beside that, teachers can praise or can give a reward by what they are saying in class. Second point, it can reflect children's real language ability. When the children not realize that they get assessed, teachers can see the real language abilities that they can use. The third one is it can encourage authentic communication and also support child-centered learning. That means children's free to speaking what language that they want, like Mandarin, Tamil, English. Teachers can also use digital resources to apply in the class, such as teacher can use a word wall, quizzes. Also, they can use a Canva, YouTube. YouTube, like what I said, the teachers can open the song like the wheel on the bus goes round and round, round and round. And the last one is book creator. For them, the real book looks like boring, so teachers can encourage English learning by using a book creator. So the conclusion that I can make is teaching bilingual and multilingual language for early childhood education should be fun and meaningful, and apply a child-centered. Teacher should use a variety strategies such as storytelling, song, game, and realia, also digital tools to encourage children to have to active participate in language learning. At the same time, it can authentic assessment method to help teachers understand each children's progress and provide appropriate guidance. So that's all from me. Thank you for hearing my presentation.